Good morning and welcome to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. Before we get into today's video, please do me a small favour. Make sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner if this is your first time watching. We're very close to 42,000, so go and do that if you haven't already. On the show today, we're going to be talking about Johnny Cardoso. We're going to be talking about Jonathan Tah. We are going to be talking about Casemiro and his future. We've got loads to get into on the show today. But the question I've got for you this morning is, should Manchester United sign Jonathan Tah? Let me know. What do you think? Get your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to run a little poll. So anybody who's watching the video live can get involved in these polls. If you aren't watching the video live, then obviously you can just get in the comment section. So we'll do this. Should United sign Jonathan Tah on a free transfer? There we go. Should Manchester United sign Jonathan Tah on a free transfer? You can have your say in the comment section or by voting in the poll in the live video. Let me read out the news first on Jonathan Tah before we move on to my opinion on it. So this is coming out from multiple different people this morning that apparently Manchester United have held talks. This is coming from Florian Plettenberg, who is the German Sky Sports journalist, and Fabrizio as well, saying that Manchester United have held talks with Jonathan Tah over a potential free agent signing. His contract expires at Leverkusen next month, so he's only got a month left on his current deal. He's currently earning... He doesn't earn very much. Wow. Let's have a look. Jonathan Tah, he currently only earns 46,000 a week. I mean, if you've... Let's just brainstorm this a second, right? So Jonathan Tah plays for Bayern Leverkusen and earns about 45 grand a week, let's say. Whereas Victor Lindelof for Manchester United earns 120,000 per week. So Lindelof earns 3 times the amount of Jonathan Tah. And let's be honest, Lindelof was all right against... my brain's gone. Against Athletic Club the other day. But I wouldn't say that Lindelof is worth 3 times the amount a week as Jonathan Tah is. And the reason that I bring this up is Lindelof's contract obviously expires in June. So he'll be leaving. He's 30 years of age. If someone said to me you could do a like-for-like swap, Jonathan Tah comes in and Victor Lindelof leaves, and you don't have to pay a transfer fee, I would probably do that. Jonathan Tah's only just turned 29, whereas Victor Lindelof is 31 next month. So there's about a year and a half's difference between these two players. One's just turned 29, the other's about to turn 31. So, you know, in short, is Jonathan Tah my dream signing? No, but we need players in the centre-back position, and there does seem to be a real opportunity here to bring in somebody who is experienced, somebody who is an international player, and somebody who, wage-wise, isn't going to break the bank, you know? Like, if Lindelof's on 120k a week, and Jonathan Tah's only on about 40, even if you said to Jonathan Tah, we'll give you like 60 to 80 grand a week, which is double what he's on now, and gave him maybe like a 2 or 3 year contract, it's pretty low risk, I think. But I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say. Jonathan Tah's injury record is absolutely phenomenal as well. He very, very rarely gets injured, and he's played almost all of Bayern Leverkusen's games this season. So there's no concerns around that, whereas Lindelof's injured pretty much most of the time, it feels like. So for me personally, I would definitely do this deal. I think it would be logical. I think it would make sense. You let one player go who's, let's be honest, not good enough. And you bring in another player who is more experienced, and yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense, and it's the kind of deal that Manchester United should be doing, because we can't just constantly go out and spend loads and loads of money on players. You know, we have to do some tactical deals, if that makes sense. But let me know what you guys think about that one. Would you do this deal? Yes or no? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I personally would, 100%, but I'd be interested to see what you would have to say. Right, let's see what people are saying in the chat this morning. Welcome everyone who's joining. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Jonathan Tah plays in a back five as well. That's a really good point that I completely forgot to mention. Jonathan Tah literally already plays in the formation that we play. So there's no issues with gelling in. There's no issues with, you know, will he work in this system? How long is it going to take for him to understand the system? He already plays this system. He knows how to play this system. So realistically, it's literally a perfect signing, I think. But let me know what you guys think. Would you go for Jonathan Tah? For me, it's a definite yes. Let Lindelof go. Bring in Jonathan Tah. Happy days all round. Right. Let's move on from that, though. Let's jump on over to Johnny Cardoso. So the news in relation to Johnny Cardoso this morning is very interesting because Fabrizio's reporting that Christopher Vivell, who is... I don't remember what his official role is now. Is he head of scouting, head of recruitment? Let's have a look. He's a scout, effectively. He is... Yeah, the head of recruitment. So he's Manchester United's head of recruitment. Effectively, he'll be the one alongside Omar Barada who makes the final decision on who we sign this summer. And the report this morning is that apparently he was at the Real Betis game last night. Obviously watching Antony and watching Johnny Cardoso. Sorry, it wasn't last night. It was the Europa Conference League game, which was 2 nights ago. I've watched quite a few videos of this Johnny Cardoso guy, and he looks decent. He does, and I think he'd be a great signing for Manchester United. I'm just having a look. Antony scored again for Real Betis in the Conference League. So it looks like the Conference League final could be Real Betis versus Chelsea. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, this Johnny Cardoso guy, he looks decent. He's a midfielder. Somebody who I think Manchester United should be going for. There is some murmurs this morning of a potential swap deal. I don't know. I don't know how easy swap deals are to do these days. I think they are relatively complicated. But yeah, I would like us to strengthen that midfield. Is Johnny Cardoso my dream target? Probably not, realistically. I think Ederson from Atalanta was probably my my dream target, but yeah, I'll see. I'll see what happens. I'm open to ideas. I mean, if Johnny Cardoso is the player they think that's going to sort our midfield out, then great. But at the moment, I think with Eriksen obviously leaving, we do need to strengthen that midfield area. Will Casemiro leave? I mean, at the moment, Casemiro is probably our best midfielder, which is something I never thought I would say this season. But it's the truth, though. Casemiro is Manchester United's best midfielder. He's better than Ugarte at the moment. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think we definitely do need to strengthen the midfield, because the thing we have to remember is Casemiro has been absolutely incredible in the Europa League, but the Europa League is a completely different level to the Premier League, and we might not even be in the Europa League next season or the Champions League, you know? So I don't know. I mean, if someone comes in with an offer for Casemiro, I think you have to accept it. If someone doesn't, then so be it. We'll keep him for one more season. But I think overall, we need to strengthen that midfield. Like, there's no argument about that, is there? Like, we have to strengthen that midfield. So yeah, we'll see how it all progresses. Obviously, the window opens. When does the transfer window open? Let's check. When does the transfer window open? Is it June? Let's have a look. When does the transfer window open? Opens on June the 14th, so in about a month from now. So not very long. Not very long. Obviously, hopefully by then we'll be in the Champions League and our window will probably be completely different. That has to be the goal now. I think it is realistic that we win the Europa League now. But at the same time, obviously we do have to consider that beating Tottenham's not going to be easy. And I think we all know that beating Tottenham is going to be a very, very difficult task. And I know people are going to say, oh, it's only Tottenham, they bottle everything, but still, it's not going to be easy. Tottenham are a good side with good players. We've not had a particularly good time when we've been playing Tottenham recently. So yeah, I mean, am I hopeful that we'll win? Yes. Was it my target at the beginning of the season to win the Europa League? Yes. That, if anybody goes back to my pre-season kind of like prediction, I said I thought we'd finish maybe like between 8th and 10th in the Premier League. And I thought that we would win the Europa League. So my Premier League prediction is way off, but I still think we can win the Europa League. So I'm hopeful. Somebody says, what's Cardoso's value? Around 30 to 40 million, apparently. Around that kind of figure is the estimation for Johnny Cardoso. Around 30 to 40 million. So it's realistic. I think a swap deal would probably be fair. Right, I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys. It was just a short one to bring you the news. There's nothing else really to report on today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow morning as normal. Have a great Saturday, everybody, whatever you're doing. And I will speak to you all tomorrow. Let me just read out the results of the poll quickly, actually. So 78% of people watching the video this morning say that they would sign Jonathan Tah on a free. There you go. And I'm part of that 78%. I agree. I would definitely sign him for free. There's no reason not to. But have a good day, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll speak to you all then. Bye for now.